What is up? What is up? What is up? It is Saturday night. Well, it was technically Wrestlemania Night 1. Sideline Junkies, Wrestlemaniacs coming to you live, celebrating, as you can tell, at least from my neck of the woods, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens defeating the Usos and breaking up the championship. I guess you'd call it quadfetra because they got 4 belts among them in the bloodline. So we are here at WrestleMania Night 1 coming to you live with some lights and shit. Got the big guy, KG, to my left and or right, depending on how you look at it. The Nubian Sumo, lighting it up. Waiting for the drink to show.
I still got the pour.
Oh, bless it. Well, y'all did a bunch of, sponsorships last Thursday. Hopefully we got paid for any of that.
Probably not.
That's what I figured.
Not on my end.
Well, KG, we probably would get paid because that was the only non-alcoholic drink in the bunch. Going 199,000 proof.
Hey, if you're going to do it right.
That's right.
Exactly.
So, gentlemen, WrestleMania.
Night 1.
1 night down, 1 night to go. And KG, you can tell by his grin, somehow, some way, apparently the lights that I have in my house are shining down on his losing behind. And I believe he is ahead in the picks.
Barely. Yeah, hey, I'm ahead because y'all didn't ride me. I told you should have rode me, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah, they made some decisions. I was like, really? That's not looking good for me. That's not looking good for me. That's not looking good for me. Like, oh, man. Rey Mysterio. That's right. We're going to cover that in a second. Sumo, what you wearing?
Yeah.
I see you broke something out, so go ahead and tell us about it.
Oh, I just pulled out my Bad Luck Fale Rogue General shirt. Bullet Club.
Word. KG, what non-alcoholic beverage are you sipping on?
Well, I'm not sipping on nothing now. I done went through 2 Arizona teas so far. 2 Arizona teas, 2 burgers, half a bag of Doritos. So yeah, I'm pretty loaded tonight.
Well, all I got to say for it, because I done drank my slushy mixed with Monster Energy drink to make it through tonight. But sometimes you have your big piece of chicken. I got my big ass bowl of beef and broccoli mixed with some shrimp egg foo young and the sauce from some crab rangoon. So your boy had his typical WrestleMania meal for night 1.
You forgot about your cream of some young guy.
No, unfortunately, Uber is dropping off that with a bowl of fuck you.
You ain't got no mumble sauce to go with that chicken, man.
Yeah, you like that. You like that. Yeah,
gave me one. Okay, yeah. You haven't got one from me all year, but I got mine. Okay, I'm good with that.
It's still early, so we're sitting at 80,447 people in the SoFi Stadium. What was it, 97? 97? Well, shit. They found 50 more people there. 80,497 people stuffed into SoFi for night 1. I'm quite sure they'll break 81 to 82,000 tomorrow night to see the first match that I lost. And I posted on Twitter and the Facebooks, a glimpse into how I was watching WrestleMania. But Austin Theory, by hook or by crook, one way or another, he got the dub over Jonathan Cena.
Did you think that was coming any other way? Come on now. Here's something. And I told my wife this. I said, Cena made all that big stink before about The Rock leaving. Oh, you left the company behind. You left the fans behind to go make movies and never return. Cena went and did the same thing. He's getting ready to go make another movie, baby.
That's why when they did that biography, talking with him and John Cena, with him and The Rock, a couple weeks back. He went through all that. He was like, "Yeah, I said all that stuff, and then I see where he's coming from now." He went totally reverse on everything he did. So yeah,
once he started getting that commercial money, what is he? It's not Mazda. Was it Kia? Who is he doing voiceover work for? What car company is that?
I forget which one. It might be Chevy.
Maybe somebody, but he getting them big checks to do them commercials, and then he over there dealing with purple elephants and crap, and he grew his hair out just to have the curse experience. Thank you. Just to lose it. No, he's got experience, but he's got a car company that he's doing
He's got all kinds of commercials going on. I mean,
yeah,
all kinds of
Hollywood, domesticated. He don't care. He getting them checks. He also getting that ball spot. So one way or another, he got to do something.
Oh, he got a ball spot.
Oh yeah.
Make sure everybody get that off, and he rubbed the back of his head. Make sure that everybody saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, ain't nothing but to do it. You just need to go and get that buzz cut again. He can be the prototype one more time. But either way, congratulations to I think KG, you picked Austin Theory, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And I totally lost my pick sheet. So James, I think you want me on Cena.
Hold on. Give me 1 second.
You picked Austin Theory?
I picked Austin Theory too.
I don't remember that.
I know you don't. You don't want to. You want to be behind with company. Misery loves company. So yeah,
Go ahead and say allegedly. I don't remember that. Where KG go? He out there beating his meat? Where'd he go?
I don't know. He said and then he left. I don't know.
Snatched him up. He ain't even do nothing yet.
He ain't did nothing yet.
God dang. Well, he on a short leash tonight. She must be mad because it's kind of late.
We got some time. We got a whole another 2 minutes before Don shuts this show down.
Well, mess around with y'all, we'd be doing a Sunday rise. So I got to keep y'all honest. You know what we used to say? They don't pay us for overtime.
Well, we still say that because we still don't get paid for it. But I have the pick sheet. I got the pick sheet. Ben and the People's Choice Don Rodriguez, the only two that picked John Cena, and you lost.
I'm always gonna ride with Cena. Just saying. So that's fine. That was just the first match of the night.
Yeah, we like to ride on John Cena.
There you go. You go ahead and smoke your little thing. That's about all you're gonna get out of life. Your little puff, no gear. So then we had the fatal four-way. What'd you say?
I don't share cigars. That's right.
Anybody talking to you?
Well, you're not supposed to, but okay.
That's right.
James shares a lot. Then we had the fatal four-way coming up after that. Alpha Academy versus the Street Profits, Viking Raiders, and Ricochet and Braun. Unfortunately, that was my second L of the night.
Yeah, that was my first.
That was match of the night.
We were all banking on, almost all of us banking on the Street Profits.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, you was. You went to a whole story about that.
That's what KG said. KG said that was match of the night.
Yeah, that was that. Come on now. No, who expected that match to be as exciting as it was? That match was good.
Well, I think that and the damage control match was entertaining as well. I mean, I don't think they had.
That wasn't really two bad matches, but I mean, match of the night. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know about match of the night, but I will say overall, this is the first time ever, and the times that they've been doing 2 nights, that the first night actually was solid, in my opinion.
No, it's solid every time. The last 3 years, night 1 always been solid. It's night 2 that's garbage.
No, there's been some. Let me go to the bathroom. Let me clip my toenail matches and stuff like that. But I was expecting this fatal four-way to be kind of weak and not worth it. Like I said, I was expecting a damage control match to be weak and not worth it. And I was pleasantly entertained through both. But I was not happy with the fact that if I would have known that they were just going to put over the Street Profits and they're not going to even tickle the hint of a split, I would have went with the Street Profits because that was a smart pick. but unfortunately, that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm actually with you on that one because I wasn't expecting the Street Profits to get over on this match at all.
That means that it's not happening anytime soon, fellas. That breakup
Right.
is not happening anytime soon. This was their one and done. So, Street Profits going to be together. They'll probably take the belts away from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at some point because they're going to split up again. What do you say, KG?
One set, not both.
We'll see. There's a lot of speculation for tomorrow night with Roman holding up only one belt in front of Cody. So, we've got a while before brand extension. Old school brand extension, a.k.a. the draft. So, anything can happen. But then again, Vince has a new contract, so, he may prevent all that.
And a new mustache.
Yeah. Seth Rollins.
I had a joke. I was getting ready to say something. I had a joke, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone because
just because we after hours don't mean you can get us in trouble.
Go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not doing it. Go ahead.
I say go ahead and say it.
I say say it too. Just go and do it.
I mean, he got a new mustache. He paid $100,000 to his mistress last time? Hell. What lady gonna turn down the $100,000 mustache ride? I mean, shit, what the hell?
You got that French tickler now.
Hey, all day long.
So what y'all think about Seth versus Logan Paul? Logan Paul pulling the Shawn Michael entrance. Not as epic, but I guess, you can only be epic once when it comes down to an entrance like that.
I had a lot to say about that.
Cool.
Well, they both kind of pulled the Shawn Michaels. They both kind of pulled the Shawn Michaels, if you look at it. I mean, when he pulled off that wedding gown robe he had on, Seth Rollins, he was kind of a mix between Shawn Michaels and Jeff Jarrett.
Yep.
With the top. And then he had the stirrups and whatnot, those funky stirrups he had on. So yeah, he was
a splash of Bret Hart in there too, for the color.
Yeah, with the colors and whatnot. Yeah, he was channeling a whole bunch of people.
What do you think of the Maestro entrance for Seth?
They did it wrong. They did it right to start out with, in my opinion. So they did one side, he did the thing with the audio. He did the other side with the audio, but then he should have, when he did the middle, and for everybody, it should have cut off and let them start up, let the crowd start up. Then the music come up.
Yep.
But they didn't. But they didn't
at all. I agree with that. As Seth was coming down, the crowd would have covered that entire song, and they would have actually had the opportunity, in my opinion, to eclipse Judas and Chris Jericho, because you could have had the entire SoFi Arena doing the music all the way down, and all you would have had was just the drums going, and then we'd have been good with that. I thought that would have been probably the better touch, since Seth Rollins once he started coming down with his main entrance, they were singing it anyway.
Right.
Okay. But
all they had to do was
nitpicking,
and then all they had to do was get them started, and they chose not to do that. But well,
just nitpicking. But KG, you look like nothing's gonna beat Judas. So what do you think of the match as Seth beat Logan Paul, and rightfully so?
I mean, I pulled out the victory with this for myself, so that right there just kind of.
We got about 30 seconds. He about to go down. You see him, James.
I got something in my eye, man. Ski? But no, it was a good good match. What was that?
That's messed up.
What was
That's
that?
messed up, man. Why you do that to that man?
I didn't even hear what he said.
You don't want to hear what he said.
This is
that's messed up.
What James have said. Oh, we gonna get in trouble for that one.
He pulled a Little John on you.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll rewind and come back to it, and then I'm just gonna send you a message like, "Yeah, I got you tomorrow night."
That's what she said. All that.
Here we go.
Yep, you can tell it's late. Wake up, man. Wake up.
Whoa.
You can make it. James ain't even sipping on nothing. That's how tired he is.
It's right here.
Okay, you ain't tell us. You said I ain't poured yet?
I pulled it out.
Oh, okay. My bad. How many proof is that?
This is 88.
Okay. Oh, so you drinking diet then? That's cool.
Yeah, this is diet whiskey. Yeah, this is diet bourbon. They made it in Colorado, so that's that mile high. That's that mile high liquor.
I hear that. Speaking of mile high, kind of sad. Bailey could have wore something different. She looked like she was about to jump out of airplane.
That's all right.
We had Damage Control versus Trish, who I was expecting there to be a wardrobe malfunction. Like that's looking kind of suspect. Lita, who I was expecting to maybe injure herself through a Lita assault that is Lita, and Becky Lynch. So as we expected, well, I didn't pick them, but Trish, Lita, and Becky won. I think KG, you had Damage Control, right?
Upon further review, no, that was the Midnight Rider who had damage. No, I had Damage Control. The Midnight Rider is the only one that won that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tragic. But that could have went either way. Wasn't a bad match, though, to be honest with you. I mean, I think they played it right, had some good spots. Everybody got their thing out. I was actually pleasantly impressed with Io Sky or Shirai or whatever they want to call her these days. I thought that they gave her some extra love on some of her spots. Everybody looked good. Even Trish. I was wondering if she was going to have some ring rust, and she actually, came out and gave us good feels. Trish, Lita.
Lita actually gave us a new move.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she never knew that vertigo move before, even though it was either Dakota or Io that used the move later. They call it the same move. They call it something else. No, wait a minute. No, yeah, I was about to say that was a manhandle. It's not. It's different. But yeah.
It was a different move. KG, you good? What'd you think?
Didn't go the way that I thought it would go, but it was a good match. The flow of the match was really, really good. I don't know. It's odd, I guess, seeing Becky in a tag team. This is the man, but I mean, it's odd. But hey, I'll take it though. It was a good win. Bailey did Bailey things. She was still thick, but it's good.
Now I'm going to ask a question that was brought up to me earlier from some of my people that I was group chatting with. Do y'all agree with the fact that Bailey should have took the pin?
No.
I think it would have been fine.
Because Bailey's been putting over everybody for months now. If she would have took the pin, that'd have been a little too damaging in my opinion. And she could still bounce back because she could say and blame the other two girls for the loss and still come out, pick up some heat, and then go out there and do the singles thing and maybe go up against Rio or something like that, or she could do something out of that. But if she would have took the pin, there's no way for her to save face. You've been losing and you were on your back at the time.
She did take the pin. Bailey took the pin.
Was she?
Bailey took the pin. That's why the question was asked: should Bailey have taken the pin? And I was like, why? She was the only one that could take the pin, because if Io or Dakota would have taken the pin, then that would have weakened. That would kind of weaken them as a tag team, headed toward trying to get a title match again. So give Bailey the loss. Give Bailey the loss. Keep them strong. And like you said, if it needs to come to that, Bailey could be like, yeah, y'all messed it up. Y'all left me out there to take that pin like that or whatever, or y'all didn't come to save me or whatever. Like you said, and then she can go off and try to do something else. But yeah, you want to keep them strong as a tag team. So yeah, Bailey was the only one that could have taken that pin.
I guess. You think they can rubber match it to Hell in a Cell for all 6 women? You think Trisha's up to that?
No. She don't need enough time to really get back.
You don't need
that.
I
don't think this threesome's gonna last too much longer. I don't think them as champions are gonna last too much longer.
That's one thing nobody ever wants to hear.
I don't think it's you don't ever want the threesome to end.
Like, you sure?
Yeah, well, hey, it's got to end some kind of way. It's got to end sometime.
No, you end up on what's that, A&E, and you got a TV show. Did y'all see that now? They got the black couples and the women with the 2 husbands or 3 husbands.
And people see something wrong with that. Yeah, I heard about it. It's a girl I went to high school. She said, I don't understand how they can do that, and it's just immoral. Oh, okay. Just admit that you can't get one man and let alone 2. So I mean, just admit it and leave it alone. But fuck it.
Express yourself.
That's
Tell her how you really
feel. When your standards are up here, but your morals are down here,
the 2 do not connect. Speaking of connecting, though, how about Dominic getting publicly whipped?
Finally.
He got a nice little flog in there, didn't he?
Look.
So I guess corporal punishment is okay in the confines of a squared circle?
Well, no. That was Rey Mysterio. You say what, Jay?
I said, and his mama slapped her.
That's true. See, that was that other side. That, you got the Hispanic side, then that black side came out because he got his ass whooped royally. You got smacked by your mama, and it was wait till your father gets home. He's gonna blow your face off with a bazooka.
Good thing he grown because they'd have got all defects on him.
Yeah, man.
If he was the same size as Ray, they probably would have.
But see, here's the thing. I remember, when we were growing up. Well, I'm a little bit younger than you, elder statesmen, but they always told us about a number. If your mama beat you, you can call this number. You can dial that number. That number was so long, you get through the first 3 numbers. She already beat the hell out of you. It's no point. It was no point.
The only thing that was missing in that match was the chocolate. They should have pulled out the flip flops. The sister Aaliyah should have pulled off a flip flop and started beating him with it. That was the only thing.
No, they had them Chanel shoes on.
Because I mean, they in Los Angeles, dog. They in Los Angeles, right? They in Los Angeles. They've been talking Spanish to people all through the Hall of Fame and the whole thing, right? He throws the drink on Aaliyah. Aaliyah jumps up on the railing. She pulls off her shoe or a chocolate and just started beating the hell out of him. I would have popped on that. I was waiting on that.
No, man.
The only thing that I thought was missing
was that
Dominic hitting the 3 Amigos as a tribute to his dad.
Well, no, they were trying to. They tried to.
Yeah,
but he got it off.
Yeah, when he tried, I was like, please don't. Dog, you're not even swiveling your hips right. You ain't got the hip movement.
That's how you know. Yeah, that's not
he did turn the wrong way. He did turn the wrong way after that first one.
I think he got kind of wrapped up into it because last year they were just in a tag match.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as much pressure, but solo WrestleMania, huge storyline, long build, spots you have to hit. That can be a lot. And trying to get it all together and keep it together, man. I mean, I think Dom did, a fairly good job though.
He did. I mean, it was a pretty good match.
Way better of a wrestler now than he was last year. And I have to give that to, the heel turn and hanging with Finn Balor and Damian Priest, going under a different tree. You know, I still think in the long term, he's got to have to, you know, as Jim Ross would say, beef up. He's long and lanky, but he's long and lanky and taller than most luchadors. So he's kind of like that weird in between. But if he, you know, what's up? What?
I just got a question. You said Damian Priest, and a light went off in my head.
He's not the daddy.
No. But question about paternity. Don't Damian Priest is like a tall Mickey Free to y'all?
No, that's my say.
So you're saying in the midst of playing basketball with Prince, Mickey Free went and you know, got it on with somebody Hispanic and fathered Damian Priest.
I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. You know, for those that don't know, Mickey Free was in Shalimar. You know, people was going crazy. Shalimar got a new bitch with, and they look good as shit. No, that's Mickey Free. Mickey Free is a man. You know, but
only Charlie Murphy can answer that question. He would know.
But I when I saw him tonight, I said, "Damn, you know,
pancakes."
Mickey Free.
Okay,
that's what I thought of.
Are we looking at Bad Bunny versus Dominic in Puerto Rico?
I hope not. I hope not.
I was thinking Damian Priest versus Bad Bunny.
I still hope not, but that's gonna happen.
Tag team partners, and then Damian would have the claim to say, "Hey, bro, you know how you going to interfere in my match like that?" So I think that would be the smarter thing.
He did Dom's match.
I know, but it'd be, you know, Dom and Ray are not done.
So not by. But then putting them two together kind of adds to the storyline. You know, just a side piece, just you know, add to the Latino world order.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You know, Legado del Fantasma. You know, what's his name? Santos Escobar teams with Ray and Bad Bunny versus Judgment Day. I can see that.
I can see that. I can see that because Bad Bunny's supposed to be the host. He's not really supposed to be wrestling. He's supposed to be the host. So I can kind of see.
So is the Miz.
Yeah,
well, I've seen the Miz one time. Like,
they needed filler. They went long. That match wouldn't have happened. So yeah, they just needed a filler match.
And that's exactly what it was. But before we got to that filler between Miz and Pat McAfee and George Kittle, so the 2-on-1. Charlotte versus Rhea.
But we'll get back to that, I guess.
Yeah, Charlotte versus Rhea came before that.
That is match of the night.
I agree.
That was match of the night.
I won't deny it.
I'm a straight rider. Hold on, we can't start quoting Tupac. What's his name? Cody may jump in on that, so we got to watch out.
The thick Rhea Ripley was thick.
Charlotte, the leaner she gets, does she start to look like kind of Crypt Keeper-ish? Am I the only one?
See, that's what she was talking about during her biography. Motherfuckers like you talking about she built up like a man and she built like a 12-year-old. All this and that. I'm saying like you. They want to talk about folks, you know, you just like the motherfuckers that talk about Jordan Grace, talk about how she looking like a man now. You got Rick Steiner going over here talking about trans people.
I seen that.
Ain't no allegedly. You see, he was looking all guilty when they did a close up with him and Scott during the Hall of Fame. Y'all gonna stop talking about people.
This is the first time I mouthed and get me in trouble. Wrong Steiner this time. Wrong Steiner. No, I'm just saying that, you know, I know everybody gets lean and cuts a little bit more, but, you know, she's losing it in the face, and, you know, she's just looking skinnier than she needs to be in the face. she's starting to come back and tone it up a little bit better, and get a little bit more build in the body again. It's just the face. You're starting to lose the Charlotte.
Hey, that woman married. That woman married to somebody, so you know
I ain't worried about that. I mean, I'm just saying.
He happy with it, so you know.
Rio,
and I'm mad. I'm mad about the fact that they kept cutting him out. You know, you see his little shoulder. You might see a piece of his beard and whatnot. They talk, look at the joint. Go ahead and show that man. He used to wrestle for you.
But it showed his working with no problem.
Huh? Yeah, when he was working there, it wasn't no problem.
No, I'm saying they showed Buddy Murphy with no problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's
Buddy Murphy.
Just think about that. The dude that was, you know what I'm saying, dating your sister is now dating your co-star that you supposed to be in a entertainment relationship with. How weird is that?
Well,
the only way to make that right is for him to, you know, go ahead and tongue down Rhea, and then it kind of balances the scales in my opinion.
Number one, you wouldn't be dating my sister. I'm sorry.
You gonna say that to Buddy Murphy?
You fucking right. Say to anybody, you're not dating my sister. No. You date my sister, I date your mother and your grandmother.
Why I gotta be so serious? Grandma?
Yeah. I'm at the age now where I can date the daughter, the mother, and the grandmother.
Now, if grandma put it on you, you mess around, be, you know what I'm saying, carrying her dentures around in the airport, then you're gonna be all messed up.
She ain't gonna need them no way.
She go, yeah, grandma. What's that woman's name? Lucille Bowen. What's her name? The one that.
Yeah, I know who you talking about. Yeah.
Like his music.
You're not talking to my sister. I don't give a damn about none of that. Not dating my sister. That's not even doing it.
On you, you can't wash off.
Moving on.
Yes. Please. So, Sumo, you had something you wanted to say about McAfee and the Miz match?
Not necessarily the match, because the match was what it was. I mean, it was just a filler match, you know, you kill some time or whatever. My problem was with George Kittle.
Oh, what, in them shorts?
No, I ain't worried about his shorts, even though those things were real high. A little higher than they should have been. But anyway, first of all, this isn't his first rodeo in wrestling, so everybody should remember that he was in AEW with the Lucha Brothers, and he's supposedly a big Pentagon fan. Settle Miedo. And he does the Settle Miedo during football games. When he makes a big play, scores a touchdown or whatever, he does it. He didn't do it one time. And that's supposed to be his his thing, right? That's what he's known for, is doing the Settle Miedo. So he didn't do it one time while he was on camera. I wonder if they told him not to. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They probably told him not to. But you're gonna show Buddy Murphy at the Hall of Fame.
Well, the Hall of Fame is an all-inclusive event. It doesn't matter who you're working for. The Hall of Fame is like open to everybody, because it's not a widely watched.
But they're not showing everybody like they used to.
Right? They didn't show.
Everybody was up in there.
They didn't show Andrade. They showed his shoulder and half of his beard, but they didn't show him.
Shoot, Aleister Black was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aleister Black is Alexa Bliss's husband. They didn't show him.
Zelina Vega.
Yeah, one of them. Shit, both of them short. They look alike.
The other short.
Speaking of Alexa Bliss, man, she said she got skin cancer.
No, she's good.
Yeah, they straightened her out though. You know, she had a little something
there, but she's good.
She let have something on her face and whatnot. They straightened her out.
Scary, man.
That's what happened.
But since I'm venting, I get all my venting out at once. What the fuck was up with Ric Flair at the Hall of Fame?
What I miss?
For one, of all the people, he even said it. He said, I thought they would want Sting, which would have made sense.
First of all,
Yeah.
but then again, he was flying off the cuff.
He was definitely flying off the cuff because he did not mention. He mentioned every Japanese-born wrestler ever to step into the ring. Didn't say one thing about Muta.
Who? Ric Flair?
Not Ric Flair. He mentioned about 10 people that he was in the ring with himself. Blew up Oscar, put Oscar over.
You put all of
didn't recognize any of the other Japanese wrestlers that's on the roster, and did not mention not one thing about Muta, not one match. The only thing he mentioned about Muta was after he introduced him and Muta made his way down to the podium. He said, and on a personal note, 10 years ago, I put the life of my son into this man's hands, and he took very good care of my son, and I always love him for that. Other than that, he didn't say not one thing, no stories, no nothing about Muta.
Yeah.
They told me that there was a handsome young man from Japan that was coming to the company, and I needed to show him around Atlanta. Why they choose me, of all people? That's the only thing he talked about for Muta. He didn't talk about his career. He didn't talk about any matches. He didn't talk about nothing. I'm like, what the whole hell?
But you know something? Did Muta even mention his dad?
Well, Muta didn't speak, too much English.
So he didn't. So he didn't mention the Great Kabuki.
Not Flair did.
Flair mentioned Kabuki. Muta. I mean, he was just saying thank you, and he's appreciative, and thank you to WWE for inducting him, and he didn't really go into a whole lot, because he didn't have a translator, so they just had him come, say his thank yous. His was the shortest speech about everybody. Stacy Keibler now.
She read the whole teleprompter.
Went real long. I mean, she had Mick Foley.
Yeah.
She had Corey Wilson. Both of them spoke for at least 5 minutes. And then she took a good 5 to 10.
She had a 10-minute speech from a teleprompter. Everybody else teleprompted, except Andy Kaufman's family,
right?
Tim White's family. They didn't teleprompt, and Ric Flair. And Ray was on and off of it. But Conan
had the best speech of the night, as far as I'm concerned.
He brought Ray out like Steve Harvey, boy. Like, God.
Yeah.
Man. Like, man, you need to bring out everybody, Conan.
And Conan's always good for them analogies, boy. Right before he introduced him, he said, I call Rey Mysterio the Scarecrow because he's outstanding in his field.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah. I like that, boy.
Heck yeah, boy.
I might have to steal it. I'll never use it for your dumb ass, Don, but
at least you thought about it before you decided not to. I'll take that as a personal win from you, James. I'll take that. So, needless to say, main event of the night. Happy or unhappy? Who picked Sammy and KO? Get that party going again.
The Nubian Sumo did. He was the only one that picked Sammy and KO.
No, in that case.
And that tied him with me. I'm sorry. Yeah, that tied him with me with 4 wins apiece on the night.
So we were tied for first, right? So that makes Don last?
No, he third. No. Yeah, he third.
We can't count Ryder because Ryder didn't stick around to finish.
Well, in that case,
that's what she said.
Don is last.
Don is last, right?
For now, you two could be big wieners. That fits. Just as Herman, y'all could go in the bathroom and figure out whose wiener is better.
Wow.
Wow,
Me too.
Yeah, that's
me too.
yeah, I know, right? First, he talking about women and their body style. Bye.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
This guy's out of control, man.
I am out of pocket.
It's all the flashing lights he's been looking at all night. Got his head screwed up.
Hey, man, it's probably Lil Uzi coming out there for absolutely no reason.
Oh, now that right there.
What? Oh, hell was that?
That was good. That was actually
good about that other than him leaving.
Oh, come on. Leave Lil Uzi stupid shirt alone.
Stupid shirt. His whole thing, his whole ass was hanging out the whole time. What the fuck? And they hardly showed it from the front. You think the cameraman was getting shit? You know, they got it showing it from behind the whole damn time. What the hell?
Hey, he came out there. He performed this song, and then when he went back up the ramp and the Usos came out.
For
that
what?
Was good. That was good. That was good. That was good for business. I like that.
They could have did a different artist with a longer song. I'd have been cool.
They could have song at the beginning of the show and got it out of the way or during the pre-show. They didn't have to do that like that.
Snoop could have brought him out. Something. Or at least have the performance go all the way and lead him down. It was so quick, and then you turn it around and then the Usos come out. I don't know.
But it was the timing was great. The timing was okay. It look. Old guys. It was good. Leave it alone.
It was unnecessary. Entirely unnecessary.
Come on, you know what you sound like? You sound like all the people that was talking about. No, you sound like all the people that was talking about the halftime show of Rihanna. Oh, it was just terrible. She just rubbed her crotch and smelled her fingers. Oh my God, it was so vulgar.
Oh damn. I ain't look at that. I need to go find that.
It was so vulgar. It was so offensive. What about my children?
And meanwhile, in the back corner somewhere, you see a little grin, and it's Janet Jackson. Yeah, y'all picked her. Ha 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 ha.
I bet you wish you see.
Yeah. And she was pregnant. That baby was wagging his hand straight out there, you know, waving at the people in the
Main event.
Hell no. Oh.
He popped, ladies and gentlemen. We ended this show now, motherfuckers. He can pop.
No, it wouldn't be so bad if I didn't get the visual on that. I just see that motherfucker just coming out this.
Only y'all, man. Only y'all.
Is that a hand or is that Arby's roast beef there? What's going on?
He's holding me in the umbrella, boy. Little hand. Umbrella, Ella, just waving. Jump roping on the umbilical cord and all that stuff, boy. Baby, just swinging.
The views expressed by the Nubian Sumo and the People's Choice Don Rodriguez do not reflect
of the Wrestlemaniacs, the sideline.
Do not reflect the views of the Sideline Junkies.
Well, they don't after the show airs or is recorded after midnight. If we were still in our regular time slot, about 9:30, 8:30 Central, we'd be all right. But y'all getting after hours now, shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's almost 1:00. Somebody got to pee around here.
Yeah, wrap that shit up, because y'all have gone off the rails. It's been a long time since we went off the rails. Y'all have gone off the rails.
Well, y'all was so nice, and y'all did a good job on Thursday. We got to bring it back and let them know we still kind of in the trenches, in the dirt a little bit. Don't want our fans to think we slipping.
AG?
Huh?
Right over there?
No, not at all.
That is a hell of a drug.
Well, I keep trying to tell you.
See, people don't like you looking like a dope fiend.
People don't believe me when I tell them. Steven Spielberg has copied my whole entire career. You know, I do movies, he do movies. I did Jaws, he did Jaws. Like, I don't understand this. Nah, my nose is giving me a fit right now.
His Jaws won an Academy Award. Your Jaws won an AVN award. So
And it's one of the best in the industry.
That's the difference.
I even know they used to call you Jawbone.
He made the color purple. I made Baby Look, it's purple. I mean, come on. He steals my material all the time, you know. I'm used to it now. Match of the night. Let me ask y'all, because we glossed over. Well, I think the tag team match, and I really wanted to see that Rhea and Charlotte match. My God. When she hit Charlotte with that German suplex and planted her right on her damn face.
Yeah. That was nasty. I was like, ooh.
But I don't think it was a botch. I think that was planned because Charlotte got up and she had that look on her face like, yeah.
I don't think that was
over rotated.
Yeah, she that was not planned. I'm sorry. I can't.
Supposed to be a German, but she over rotated, and then she just had to commit to it. Unfortunately, her face
took the brunt of it. Yeah. I'd be surprised if she doesn't have a broken nose.
Had she have not cut as much weight, she maybe could have took that blow a little bit easier.
You're body shaming.
Yeah, why you body shaming tonight? What's going on?
We do not body shame here. We do not body shame.
We're body shaming tonight, man.
You know what? KG showed that video or that sent the image, so I'll make it up to you. There you go. There you go.
You can't make up for your body shaming by trying to appease me. You got all the folks out there in Wrestlemaniacs land that's got a problem with you.
Ain't nobody watching. They sleep too.
What you mean watching?
We got
fans. Like your old ass. They should be asleep. That's why I sit down at the bottom.
Let me say this before we get out of here. Yeah. That riptide from the second rope, my goodness.
That was dangerous right there.
Like when she pulled it, I was like, she's not going to pull that off. But then she did it. I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
And when she hit the high stack, you knew it was over. There was no kicking out of that.
Yeah.
We knew we were getting the true finish.
That was I think that was a top tier match. And it says a lot about where Charlotte is in the business. Because I think when it comes to performance, Charlotte is one of the best. Oh, yeah. If you need a woman to headline a show, put Charlotte in there and then put anybody else in there with you, and you're going to have a curtain jerker. But it also shows where Rhea has developed into a better performer, not just a physical specimen. She's developed into a better performer as a wrestler, as an entertainer. And they told a story without even using words.
Yeah.
And I heard James say that.
I said Thursday. I said Thursday that was going to be the match of the night because of the storytelling.
And when you first said that, I remember the first time you said that, I remember Don said, I never could understand it. What do you mean tell a story? But you sit back and you watch it, and they tell a full story of how the match is, but it's like, it's just on a different level. It's one of those things you feel and you see. They told a brilliant story tonight, and I gotta agree that tag team 4-way was match of the night for me. However, right on that same level, 1A has to be Charlotte versus Rhea.
We'll let you be on the island of one in that decision making.
One.
But I will say two things. The first one is, Rhea definitely has benefited, and the only reason why I think she could have told such a great story is because she spent this time through this whole Dominic scenario, really performing more so than just going out there and wrestling. So I think that this storyline benefited her. And the second thing is, out of every female on the WWE roster, Charlotte, in my opinion, is the only one equal when it comes down to everything as Roman Reigns at the moment. Because Roman comes into the ring, just captivates and dominates. And Charlotte did the same exact thing all the way down to, her facial expressions. I knew we were getting into, as Michael Cole would say, those deep waters, and I'm like, here she comes, she's about to do it. And then, she starts, the second guessing, and you could just really see and believe the emotion when, she can't put her away, can't put her away, can't put her away. But then also she broke character a little bit. But I blame the camera people because they kept putting the camera on Charlotte. She's trying to be happy and celebrate the fact that, she put Rhea over, because she was just destroying Rhea every other time that they had a match. And, she really wanted to celebrate it and smile. She did kind of one time, but, they shouldn't have kept putting the camera on her to, ruin her enjoyment of the situation, for lack of a better term. So, Sumo, you got some final thoughts on night one?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been. There were some other WrestleMania night ones that were better, but this one held up pretty well. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow night, especially with things that happened during NXT, and everything that's left over from what's going on that needs to happen tomorrow night. So it should be interesting.
Well, we can definitely pin Braun Breaker, if that's going to be his name, on a Monday after Raw. So he may come up as a Steiner this upcoming Monday.
Now with that controversy brewing, that name will be far and forgotten. No,
I don't know.
It could have been considered. It could have been considered before Daddy screwed up. But who knows? He may come back and still be Braun Breaker. Who knows? He could do a different theme song though. I'll agree with this one. He can get a new theme song. But we know he's getting called up. KG, final thoughts?
Night one was badass as always. Hopefully night two is just as badass.
All right. Well, I'm not going to say my normal line because, that was a nice little posting by the Sideline Junkie. So I will say that at this moment, I am a Washington Commanders fan.
No. You got to explain that.
Jackson is now on the Commanders.
Hey, we got our own theme song.
That's for real.
Yeah.
Fool's joke.
No, that's for real. We have our own theme song.
No. Lamar Jackson. Man.
Oh no, that's an April Fool's joke. That's an April Fool's joke.
Okay.
I saw that. I was like, well, KG be happy.
About it. Did you see one for the Carolina Panthers too? Talking about Luke Kuechly was on the coaching staff.
That's why on April 1st, you got to go. When you see something, you immediately got to go and do research on it. You got to.
Yep. These fools try to put something out there.
Oh man, you know how many people got feelings hurt?
Did you see the one this morning about WWE being sold?
Yeah, Tony Khan bought it.
Talking about Tony Khan and shit. His daddy bought it for $10 million.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that ain't I ain't falling for that. Today's April 1st. I ain't falling for that.
I ain't falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
But I would fall for Disney buying it since they did lay off a bunch of people. That frees up a bunch of money. Big wigs. Yeah,
but guess what? It also diminishes the product.
Not really.
Let me tell you something.
You
remember that
players?
No. You remember that scene and we can get out of here after this. But you remember that scene in American Gangster when Frank went to go talk to Nikki, and he said, you know, you cutting my product down. It don't need to be cut. Don't cut my product down. It doesn't need to be cut. It's Blue Magic. You calling your product Blue Magic and you cutting it down to 5, 10, 15%. This don't need to, you take it how it is. That's what Disney would do with WWE. They would cut the product so much and they would chop it down, boot it, chop it down, boot it, chop it down, boot it, that it would be a shell of its former self. And I would be one to say, hey, Disney, don't call this WWE. Call it Red Magic. Call it, fuck it. Put it in a chokehold and call it Blue Dog Shit. But this is not Blue Magic. This is not WWE.
Nah, see, I got to differ from there because a lot of people said that was going to be the case with Marvel. Oh my goodness, they're going to destroy Marvel. And you know what are we?
8 movies
years later.
But
more now,
making Marvel movies and running a multi-billion-dollar corporation that was built and changed the game of wrestling, not wrestling, and you're trying to run it like you would do anything else.
No,
they're going to mess it up.
Nope, they've never done that either because they didn't change ESPN. They let that be what it was.
Yeah.
Only thing is they just, they let them qualify what was or wasn't a sport sometimes, so we had wrestling and lost wrestling, but ESPN stayed true to itself.
But you're missing my point.
Stayed true to itself. No, you're trying to say that they're going to change,
Look at what Fox did.
They let the ESPN run ESPN, Marvel run Marvel, and Disney Proper ran Disney Proper, Buena Vista ran Buena Vista, and all those other intellectual properties did their own thing under one umbrella. So under Bob Iger,
plus you got the name recognition. You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose anybody on name recognition. You change the name from WWE. What the hell is this?
Right. But look at what Peacock when they took over for the network. Look at what they did. Oh, we can't have this on our network. We can't have this. They erased 85% of the Attitude Era.
But what's Peacock's lineage? It's television. So that means they're so self-governed by standards and practices that they scared
your streaming service.
Any of the attitude.
You're a streaming service.
It's a streaming service based off of the television network.
Then we should have never lost the WWE network.
It's that way.
It's a streaming service that has a product that's supposed to be TV 14, and you got a bunch of that Attitude Era stuff in there that they ain't gonna be able to make.
I want to see the puppies and the kitties.
Disney,
I want to see bra and panty matches.
Disney, I believe, could do that because
Disney
all they
wouldn't do that.
Is just incorporate the network again, the network proper, because it still exists. It's just overseas. All I got to do is turn it on for the U.S. and then have it be an app through that separate link that would take you from Disney Plus to that. They are great about disclaimers. Throw a disclaimer up. Hey, the views of are blah blah blah. Disney and all that. This is content from the 90s. There it is. So if you travel and go beyond it,
thing where you could check a box or something for adult for more something over.
You supposed to be able to, like Netflix.
It'll be bigger once they add more content. I think they're waiting for Deadpool 3 to come out, and then they'll really start opening that up. But in my opinion, out of everybody that's buying or vying for it, they would be the only ones that would curate it and keep it what it was and let them run it their way because that's their track record. Everybody else, the Saudis, I mean, they're not running a network. They just want to buy it for the nostalgia and, do whatever they want to do with it. Tony and Shad Khan want to buy just to say, pull a Vince McMahon. I'm the one. Tony Khan show up giddy, running around, bouncing like a little schoolgirl on Monday Night Raw. I'm definitely turning off the TV. Like, I'm done. Done. He can show up on NXT. That'll be more his speed, but he show up on Raw. I'm done. Like, I'm turning my belts. I'm no longer a fan. Can't do it. And if the only other one that would, well, he doesn't have TV anything, but the Rock's group. He's got an investment group that he's a part of. I could see him working it out, but he would still need to negotiate the TV rights with USA and all that stuff. But Disney, the vehicle's already there. All you got to do is just turn it over. And it's going to be interesting because Peacock is about to become out of play now that publicly Nick Khan is talking about, yeah, we could go back to the old school pay-per-view service. Like, how you going to come out and say we want to go back to pay-per-view and you're currently streaming through a network that people pay to view? Yeah, future's not looking bright for Peacock.
Because they signed Vince McMahon's mustache for a 2-year deal, and he's making those decisions.
Mm-hmm. And rightfully so.
$100,000 mustache rides.
Shoot. We all may need to take a dip in that if that's how much we can get out of that. Nice little 2-year deal with a bunch of zeros. It had to be a slip and slide. Like, let me start from down the street and just run and just jump it.
Good night, everybody.
Hey, it's baseball season. I guarantee you, umpire be like, safe by a mile.
Time to go home.
Like, is that a milk mustache?
Let's go home.
Oh, man.
Let's go home.
All right, man. Let me hold your pearls. Nothing, James? Nothing? You're not adding in on this?
See, I was getting ready to say something. It's definitely time to go. Time to go.
Go ahead and say it. We already out there.
I would say if anybody that I know of that was getting, a little bit of electrical shock from a carpet, it was James. I'm telling you. Like, God.
From pearl necklaces to electrical shocks. Good grief.
Okay.
Nothing.
The mustache, you know what I'm saying? It was creating a electric current. Shoot, you was down there so much you could light a light bulb.
I don't do hair.
Moving right along. Boom, 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 boom.
AKG, she must be asleep.
Yeah, either that or she not watching, but yeah.
I'll just check it because there's no hands yet.
Yeah. No hands yet. And you trying to get me fucked up. So,
but to your credit, before we go, I just want to compliment you because obviously you've taken a couple trips recently because you look kind of dark down here. All the gray hair is starting to go away.
Let me alone now. Let me alone now. Let me alone.